So this is just a video on changes that need to be made to PUBG. Now, of course, this is PUBG Mobile, of course. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say about the hacking and stuff like that. Of course, that does need to change and the bugs need to change, but the way the game itself works needs to change. So, the two major things that I have as an issue is the point system and the zone. Okay, so I've not played Battlefield Firestorm before, but I will go off that. Now, the Firestorm, from what I've seen of gameplay, trailers, and things like that, the Firestorm comes in, and as it comes in, it destroys buildings, destroys the trees around it. It basically demolishes the map as it goes across. Looks very cool, and what I like about that is the zone then becomes something you fear, because I can only assume that if that fire is burning and destroying everything around it, that will fuck you up. That will 100% fuck you up. Now, what I like about that is not only does it cause fear, it makes the safe zone become something useful. Because in PUBG Mobile, we have a safe zone. When you're there, you feel safe. Well, of course, there's enemies, but you are safe from the zone, right? So obviously, the game wants you to be there. The game wants you to be protected from the zone. But let's face it, you don't need protecting from the zone. And that's one of the issues I have. So I can play. Now, I tend to do solo versus squads. Now, if I play with randoms, a lot of the time, maybe it's because it's towards the end of the season and people want to keep their rank or they're pushing rank. What they'll do is they'll jump out of the plane and they'll jump in the corner of the map and they'll sit in the blue zone, in this case a green zone, until they have to come out. Now, Bushka himself has covered this, right? Because you get points. You get points for... Basically, you get points for surviving, right? So you get points for killing, obviously, enemies. So damage you put out. You get points for damage you take. You get points for healing and the time that you've survived. So people then jump into the blue zone and they then get points because, one, they're surviving. Two, they're taking damage. And three, they're then healing themselves. So they're getting points. Now, the only points they're missing there is points for killing players. Now, in Bushka's video, you can see that he doesn't come out of the zone until there's 25 players left, and that's in squads. So there may not be a lot of teams left. So he comes out, and he comes out of the zone, and that's not because he has to. It's simply because he's trying to then kill other players to then maximize those points. That's not how he plays, but he was just making a video proving that that is a way to rank up fast. Now, this is something I don't agree with. So, for example, here I am. This is a game for a while back. I'm number one. I'm not really too sure how I was playing. I may have been doing this method because I was originally going to make a video of it, and at the same time I kind of thought, what's the point? So here I am. I'm at the edge of the zone, and maybe I'm just in the blue. Not really too sure. So there I am, okay? And obviously this is towards the end of the game. It's not final circle, but there's maybe one circle left. Now, way down here is number 4. Number 4 is still alive. He's probably bleeding out. He's probably dying. I don't know. I don't really know how much damage it does. But the point is, he's still alive from down there towards the very end of the game. So, this is an issue I have, because the zone then becomes something we don't fear, because it comes in and we think, oh, no, it'd be okay, as long as I've got meds, as long as I've got a vehicle. And let's face it, the loot spawns everywhere across the map, whether it's in zone or not, it spawns there. So if you were to jump into a random compound way out in the blue, you've got more chance of getting good loot because you've got it all to yourself, and you've got more chance of finding a vehicle because nobody else has been there. So once you've got all the meds, once you've got all the vehicle, you can survive to the very end of the game easily. And that's an issue. The zone needs to force players closer together. It needs to be a fight, because there's nothing worse than playing with teams and they all jump out into the middle of fucking nowhere, just camping out. Like, what's the point of that? So the point system, what annoys me about the point system is the damage. Now, I understand they give you points for damage because that's the way they've worked out that you've been in some sort of gunfight. Now, they need to adjust that so you're not getting points from damage in the blue zone. So if you're in the blue zone, that's your fucking fault. Like, you're not getting points from that. That's your own fault. Now, they may or may not be able to do that. I don't know. Now, another thing is they need to give you more points for killing players than they do for surviving. Now, I know it's about survival, but it's also called, well, it's not called it, but it's also labelled as a battle royale. So there should be battling going on, which, yes, there is. But why should I jump into the middle of nowhere, survive till top 10, and gain points? But my teammate has done all the hard work, he's jumped out, he's hot dropped or whatever, he's done something silly, but he's took out a squad, he's then got killed, and he's lost points. Now, there's him contributing to the game, there's him contributing, helping his team, whatever he's doing, and then there's me being useless. And I'm getting points, and he isn't. I'm going up ranks, and he isn't. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't play for rank, not anymore. I used to get stressed at the game, losing rank, but now I just hot drop and have fun with it. But why should I be, like, why should he be punished and I get rewards for it? And I really think PUBG Mobile needs to fucking sort this shit out. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Peace out.